Alright, welcome back YouTubers. So I know that you guys have some new homework about a school dance. And this school dance has two schools that are going to be participating. We have Dana Middle School and we have Wilmington Middle School. So if you read the homework problem, here's what it said. It said the ratio of boys to girls. Now, I always like you guys to circle the word 2 because then when you see the numerical ratios of 5 to 4, you know that the boys belongs to the number of 5 and you know the girls belongs to the number of 4. For the Wilmington one, you know the ratio of boys to girls. Again, I like you to circle that word 2. And it said the ratio numerically was 4 to 5. This means that if there's 5 boys at Dana, at the same exact time, there's going to be a group of 4 girls going in. Well, how many people is that together? This is going to be a total group of 9 people together. 5 of them will be boys, and 4 of them will be girls. But over here at Wilmington, when 4 boys go, 5 girls go with those 4 boys. So again, this is going to be a group of 9 people. Now, the number of people that are invited to the school dance over at Dana are going to be 270 people total. The number of people that are going to be invited to the school dance at Wilmington are going to be 180 people total. This is really important to realize these totals. What we have to understand is every time 9 people go to the dance over at Dana Middle School, 5 of them are going to be boys and 4 of them are going to be girls. Every time that 9 people go inside of the dance from Wilmington, 4 of them are going to be boys and 5 of them are going to be girls. Well, if we know how many people are entering in groups, like these are 9 people groups, we want to figure out how many groups of 9 are going out of the 270. Now this is only one way we're going to go ahead and do it. There's a lot of different ways to do this. Some people will make a fraction of 5 over 9 and then they'll multiply it by 270 to figure out the number of boys. I'm going to show you a different way of doing it instead of taking 5/9 and multiplying it by 270. Because numerically, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to just go ahead and reason with it like this. If there's 9 people groups that are going to 270 total, what we want to do is we want to figure out how many of these groups we can make. So what we do is we take our 270 people total and we divide it by our 9 people groups. These are 9 people groups. Let's figure out how many groups we can make. Well, let's see. 9 goes into 27 at least 3 times, and that means that 9 goes into 270 30 times with no remainder. That means that there can be 30 groups going into Dana Middle School, and each one of those 30 groups, each one has 9 people. We can figure out how many groups are going to go in here. We can take our total of 180 people and we can divide it by 9, and we can figure out that 9 goes into 18 2 times, so then 9 goes into 180 20 times with no remainder. Well then, this means that 20 groups should be able to go into Wilmington. So I'll write my 20 groups right here. When I divided 180 people by 9 people groups. Well, now this is really going to help us. Now we know there's 30 groups of people that are going in to Dana Middle School, and each one of those 30 groups have 9 people. So here's what we can go ahead and do now. We can go ahead and figure out the number of boys, and we can figure out the number of girls. We can do the exact same thing for Wilmington Middle School. You see, now what we can do is say, okay, there's a total of 30 groups here, and in each one of the groups there's 5 boys. This is 150 boys. There's a total of 30 groups here, and each one of those groups has 4 girls. That's going to be a total of 120 girls. If you added up the 150 boys to the 120 girls, this will give you 270 people. And remember, this was the total that was going to be able to go from Dana. We can do the exact same thing here with the 20 groups that are going to Wilmington. We can multiply the 20 groups that we just found out. If there's 4 boys in each one of those groups, that means there's 80 boys going from Wilmington, and that means there's 100 girls going from Wilmington. If you add up 80 boys plus 100 girls, again, that will give you your 180 people total. Now, if you're trying to figure out the fraction of girls that are going total, well, let's see here. We have 120 girls. We have 100 girls from Wilmington. So we can add that up and we can say 100 girls plus 120 girls. This equals 220 girls total. This is important to know this total. If we know there's 120 girls total, okay, that are going, we need to go ahead and take this fraction out of 270 plus 180. So again, we have to add up 180 people total plus 270 people total, and we're going to go ahead and figure out the total people that are going to be here. This is going to be important to know this total, because in order to make a fraction, we need the part of the girls that are going divided by the total number of people here. So we're going to go ahead and get 450 people total if we add this up correctly. Well, the fraction is going to be 220 over 450, but you have to reduce correctly. So you can't just go ahead and leave your answer so that the answer looks like 220 divided by 450. You see, a fraction is the girls that are going divided by the total people that are going. This is going to be 220 girls total divided by 450. Your job is to now reduce this ratio so you can figure out the correct simplified fraction of girls that are going to this party from Dana and Wilmington. Okay, YouTubers, hopefully this is going to help you for your homework due on this coming Tuesday, September the 4th. You guys take care. Miss Kiabu and I said hello.